We are now at question 3 of this CXC CSEC May 2014 exam video solution. And in this question, we are told of a universal set U which has the integers between 11 and 26. And subsets of that universal set are given as A and B, where A are the set of even numbers in this universal set, and B are the set of multiples of 3 also in the universal set. Now what we want to do first is list out the members of the universal set, and this is it. The universal set U, which are the integers between 11 and 26, the integers between 11 and 26, and therefore it will not include 11 and 26, would be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. These are the members of the universal set. And the first part wants us to state the number of members of the universal set. And so it's a matter of counting how many members are in set U. And that is represented like this. The number of members in the universal set, in this case, will be 14. If we count this, it will be 14 members. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 members. And so that's it. The number of members in the universal set is 14. Part 2 now wants us to list the members of set A. Now set A, as we said, are the even numbers in the universal set, the even numbers in set U. So that's 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24. So we can go ahead and show those members. And that's the answer for part 2. The members of set A are the even numbers in the universal set. And that is it. Part 3 wants us to list the members of set B. Set B, as we said, are the multiples of 3 in the universal set. The multiples of 3. And those are 12, 15, 18, 21, and 24. And so we can show that set. 12, 15, 18, 21, and 24. Those are the members of set B. Part 4 wants us to draw the Venn diagram to represent all this information. And first, we should look at the relationship between set A and set B. And we do that by looking for the elements that are common to set A and set B. And these are those elements. 12 is a member of set A and set B. 18 is a member of set A and set B. And also 24 is a member of set A and set B. And so when we draw our Venn diagram and we're representing set A and set B, we have to draw set A and set B such that they intersect. And we can go ahead and show that now. So this rectangle, as usual, represents our universal set. And then we're going to draw two circles, two intersecting circles to represent set A and set B. And this is it. That is set A. This circle represents set A, and this circle will represent set B. And as I've said, we have drawn the circles such that they intersect because we know that there are elements that are common to both sets. And what we should do is place those elements in the intersection here first. And those are the three elements that intersect: 12, 18, and 24. And then we complete set A by placing the elements in set A that are not yet represented. And those elements will be 14, 16, 20, and 22. So we place those elements here, and those are the elements that will be in set A only. And then we complete set B now by placing these two elements, 15 and 21, inside here. Those are the two elements not yet represented in set B. And that's it. We now have 15 and 21. And then to complete the Venn diagram, we have to place outside here, outside set A and also outside set B. That will be the complement of the union of set A and set B. We have to place all the elements not yet represented on the Venn diagram outside here. And those are the odd numbers that are not multiples of 3, because set A are all the even numbers. These two elements, 15 or 21, are odd numbers that are multiples of 3, and so we want all the other odd numbers that are not yet represented in the Venn diagram. And these are those odd numbers: 13, 17, 19, 23, and 25. And so now our Venn diagram has all the elements represented. The elements in the intersection, the elements in set A only, and the elements in set B only. And then all the remaining elements in the universal set are placed outside here. And that's the answer for part A. Let's move down now to part B. Now, part B is a geometric construction question, and we're asked to use a pair of compasses, a ruler and pencil to construct triangle PQR, in which PQ is 8 centimeters, PR is 6 centimeters, and the angle at P is 60 degrees. We are also asked to construct the line RX such that RX is the perpendicular from R to PQ. And so the point X will be on PQ and will be such that the line RX is perpendicular to PQ. So that's a perpendicular from R to PQ. And we'll show that construction later. But first, let's construct the triangle PQR. And we start by drawing the line PQ of length 8 centimeters. So we'll use our ruler and draw a line that is 8 centimeters long, and we label it PQ. And so our line PQ is 8 centimeters, and we can show that information. Now we want to construct our angle 60 degrees at P. We want to construct a 60 degree angle at P, and only 2 arcs are required for a 60 degree angle. And so from the point P, we're going to make our first arc around here. So you open our compass to about this length, reasonable length, place the point here, and we make a first arc to cross the line PQ here. And we know our 60 degree angle is going to be somewhere up here, so our arc should be about this long. And then, without changing the angle of our compass, we move the point of the compass to here. And from this point here now, we're going to make a second arc to cross this first arc around here. And so we draw that second arc with our point of a compass placed here. And this second arc now, where it crosses this first arc, the straight line through P and through the intersection here will form our 60 degree angle. And that's it. That's our straight line through this intersection of these two arcs. This line now will make an angle of 60 degrees with this line here. And PR is 6 centimeters, so we would use our ruler, measure 6 centimeters on this line, and place our point R. And so PR is 6 centimeters. Then we can complete our triangle PQR by joining Q to R with our ruler. And that's it. And so we have constructed our triangle PQR, in which PQ is 8 centimeters, PR is 6 centimeters, and the angle at P here is 60 degrees. Let's move to this part now, where we want to construct the line segment RX down to the line PQ such that RX is perpendicular to PQ. So that's constructing a perpendicular from this point to this line. So let's go through the process. So what we want to do is place our compass, the point of our compass at this point, and we want to open the compass such that we can draw an arc to cross this line PQ at 2 points. It's very important that our arc crosses this line at any 2 points, and that is it. So we place the point of a compass here and open the compass such that it crosses this line at 2 points. And the concept here is that we are forming an isosceles triangle. And so when we bisect this line segment here, where this arc crosses this line, the perpendicular bisector of this line segment between these 2 points will pass through this point here. Because in essence, what we have done, we have formed an isosceles triangle. We know that the perpendicular bisector of the base of an isosceles triangle passes through the apex. And so that's a concept on which we are making this construction. Also, we could look at it as the arc of a circle. This would be the arc of a circle. This would be the center of that circle. And this line segment now will be a chord. And the perpendicular bisector of a chord of an arc of a circle will pass through the center. So when we construct the perpendicular bisector of this chord of this arc of the circle that we have formed, center R, that perpendicular bisector will pass through R, and so that line will be the perpendicular from R to PQ. And so we need to bisect the line segment between these 2 points. To do that, we open our compass to more than half of this line segment, and from this point we make an arc here, and then without changing the angle of the compass we move the point to here, and we make a second arc to cross this first arc, and that's it. So from here we are forming a second arc to cross this arc, so we'll form 2 arcs, one from here and one from here. And then now the straight line from R through the intersection will be perpendicular to this line segment and therefore perpendicular to PQ, and we can show that line. So we use our ruler and we carefully draw now a line from R through the intersection of, and so we have drawn the perpendicular from R to PQ. I will now remove the outline of this triangle because that's not a part of the construction. It was just there to explain the concept of this construction, so we'll remove that, and that's our final construction. And as we said, this line now is perpendicular to PQ, and we can show that, and the point here is X, and so this is the line RX, and that completes our construction. Part 2 wants us to measure and state the size of angle QRX. Angle QRX, that's this angle right here. So we're going to bring our protractor in, and the protractor must be positioned carefully, and so we are measuring this angle across here, and so we place the base of the protractor on this line that we're measuring from, passing through 0, and we measure from 0 upwards. It's very important that we measure our angle from 0 upwards. Note that there are 2 scales on the protractor, one that goes from 180 downwards and one that goes from 0 upwards. We're measuring the angle from 0 upwards to this line, and we want this angle here. So this line out to here is our 40-degree line, and so this is 41, 42, 43, and the line that we're measuring to passes through approximately 44 degrees, and that's it. We measure from 0 upwards. This is our 40-degree line, and so this is 40 degrees here, and that's 41, 42, 43, and so the angle that we want out to this line is approximately 44 degrees. That's this angle. 0 out to this line is 44 degrees, and so our angle inside here is approximately 44 degrees. And so let's mark that on the diagram. That angle is approximately 44 degrees, and we can show that, and move the protractor out the way now and write our answer. Our angle is approximately 44 degrees. Angle QRX is approximately 44 degrees, and that's the answer for question 3b and the end of question 3. We'll do question 4 in the next video. See you then.